Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Welcome to my Facebook Live this bright and beautiful Wednesday morning. Let's see. Try and get you logged in over at on my laptop so hopefully I can see everybody's comments. Today we're going to be making these alternates to the February Paper Pumpkin Kit, which is what is this called? It's called the Lovely Day Kit. And let's see if we can show you the cards that it actually makes. The little ink spot that comes in it is the Rococo Rose, but I always save these for traveling. And these are our two cards we're going to make. I'll show you the actual cards from the kit. I always try to make up at least one set of how they show them in the kit themselves, and then I go from there. Let's see if I can get all of these in the shot. There we go. And then they're blank card bases on the inside. This one's actually, I think I call it, it's like a thumb notch lock for it. I know there's probably a better technical term for it, but it's escaping me at the moment. But anyway, that's the way this card base works, and we're actually going to cut this one down. And then this is, I just love this kind of watercolor wash that you actually stamp right over that sheet. I'm surprised I didn't use that for my alternative, but hey, you know, we go with the flow here. So let me show you what we're going to do here, and I'll give you the dimensions. So for the first card, we're using a Rococo Rose card base, and it's cut at 8.5 by 5.5 inches, and it's scored at 4 1/4. This is one of the card bases that I cut down. It's actually this card base, and this is a rich raspberry color. I cut that down to 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then for the inside, I have a piece of Whisper White that I cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then for the second card, I'm using a piece of thick Whisper White. Then I have a piece of basic black cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I took this card base and I opened it up. I cut this piece and I trimmed it right here at these where these two colors meet. I cut that off, and then I cut at this score line, and I trimmed this down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and then I trimmed a piece of this off at 1 1/2 by 4 inches. And then the inside is just the card base itself. So we'll get started. I'm making these, they're really pretty quick and easy cards. I like quick and easy. I don't know about you. Let's see. I'll start off with these supplies. Now, I'm also using the Happy Birthday to You stamp set. They had told us originally that this kit was going to coordinate with this stamp set. Hi, Lisa. I see you checked in with us. The other stamp set I'm using is Sending You Thoughts. It's a celebration. Actually, both of these stamp sets are celebration stamp sets, but I really like the sentiments in this. So set this aside and get out our card base. We're going to use some rich raspberry ink today. And I've also cut a piece of Rococo Rose and a piece of Whisper White using the new Stitch So Sweetly dies. These dies are wonderful. You know, in the past we've had stitch dies where when you cut your cardstock, it takes a little bit to get them out of the die, but these just drop right out. I love them. So we'll put these together now. So basically I'm just going to glue this right down, and I grabbed the wrong card base. We're already off to a great start. Hang on just a second. Let me grab the one that's trimmed down. I thought I was doing so good. Actually, I'll just go ahead and trim it down so you can see our new trimmer. This is the new one that just came out in the spring catalog. So we're going to cut this at 5 1/4 and then again at 4. See how quick and easy that is. If you don't have a trimmer, I highly recommend this one. The one we had before was really nice, but we had a problem with the blades. I've had this trimmer since I think September, October, whenever we could pre-order it. I just changed my first blade about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then the scoring tool that they have on this actually it's like a thick piece of metal, not like the little nub they had before, so it scores really nicely. And it's only $25 versus $30 for the other one. So let's go ahead and glue this down now that I have it cut to the proper measurements. I was putting this together last night while I had my paper pumpkin class going on. Let's flip this over, put this here. I'm just going to glue that down right here. Hi Nancy, how are you? I'm glad you're catching us live today. Okay, so we're going to use some of the Rich Razzleberry ink, and the stamp set, or the stamp that we're using, is If Loving Thoughts Could Heal. It's from the Sending You Thoughts, and we're just going to stamp this right here in the corner, just like that. Now we're going to glue this down to this layer, and then we're going to glue it down to the card base, just like so. And then we'll set that here. Now we need to get one of the die cuts. This is the way the die cuts came in the kit, and they just pop right out. I just love the look of this flower. And there is a stamp image that we're actually going to use on the second card of this flower. So we're going to pop this up with dimensionals. I'm just going to throw some on here like so. And we'll set this in the corner, just like that. Now, you could use the pink sequins that come in the kit, but the way this was set up, I thought it just needed some pearls rather than the sequins. And I'm just going to add 3 of the little ones right here in the corner. Just like that. Hopefully I get them in a straight line. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so the front's done. Now for the inside, I'm going to stamp, this is that beautiful flower image I was telling you about. We're going to stamp that in Rococo Rose. It comes in the kit. Rather than open that up, I'm just going to use my large stamp, or ink pad rather. I'm just going to tap this on. Hi Julie, how are you? I see you checking in. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this off just like that, because we want this to be a lighter image for the inside of the card. And then I should have had my Stampin' Pierce mat, but we'll go with this. There we go. See, it's just enough to bring the outside of the card to the inside. We'll close this up for a minute. It is a very quick card, Lisa. The other one's even quicker. And then we'll stamp the sentiment here at the top. And you have plenty of room to write whatever you want to write. We'll put the ink pad away so that we don't end up putting our elbow in it. I'm just going to glue this to the inside. I don't know about you guys, but I like quick and easy. It makes my life a whole lot easier. Glue that to the inside, and there's your card. So by cutting your card bases, you're going to get twice the amount of cards for your kit. So we'll set that one aside for the moment, and we'll work on this one. This is actually cutting the card base. And where did I put my pieces? They are right here. I already stamped and cut the flowers, and that is from the cake image from the Happy Birthday to You. And I used the coordinating Happy Birthday dies just to cut that out. And move that over. But we are going to use the full cake image for the striped card base. And we're going to use that Rococo Rose again. And then here's how big that stamp is. This is the one I used a couple weeks ago and made the depression glass with some vellum. So we're just going to stamp this, make sure this is nice and straight. Just like that. And it's just tone on tone. And then I'll glue this little piece down. This is the other half of that card base. I think I'm almost out. And actually, I'm going to glue this down here first. It'll fit better. Check with me, Lisa, when paper pumpkin kits, I usually order extra to have them on hand. This one I sold out of the extras I had. The next month's kit is our 7th anniversary, and it's going to have 2 stamp sets. Oops, that's not very straight, is it? So that's a kit you're going to want to get your hands on. When I post my blog post, it'll have links for you to get to that. Okay, we're going to set that there. And we're going to glue a piece of this ribbon down. Actually, where's my Scotch tape? I was going to show you. Here it is. A cheater method. This kind of helps your ribbon go a little bit farther. You're just going to lay your ribbon right down here like so. Just keep that little piece at the edge. And then just use a piece of Scotch tape, kitchen tape. Tape that down. And then you're going to measure, because you don't need much to tape it down. And then you can use the other piece for your tie. I do have my scissors. Hang on half a sec. And we almost made it with only one walk away. So cut it about there. Bring this back over. You're going to measure. What I did was I measured this stitch in the ribbon to keep it right at the edge of the pattern paper. And then, what did I do with my tape? Here it is. And just lay this down, just like that. You can put this on the card base. I think I tried too hard with this. I'm still used to using my fast fuse back in the day, and that was a little bit tougher to work with. I think I manhandle this tape. Okay, just set that down, and you're just going to bring this underneath. Usually you'll have a little bit longer of a tail. Hopefully we can get this tied. And just kind of tuck that in and tie your knot. Oh, we did it. It almost looks like a faux bow when you do it that way. There. Now we're going to put down one of they come with these foil sentiments. They're like on, it's the same material as our dimensionals. And we'll just pop this out. It's adhesive back. And it's got rose foiling. Let's see, I can't see in the shot. Maybe you can see it. I'm just going to lay that down just like so. Now for the little die cuts, I'm going to color those centers with my light Rococo Rose Stampin' Blends marker, and it's just to give it a little pop of color. Because I have the black and white, and I basically did black and white to go with the black and white of the card. Put some more dimensionals on here like so. And then, oh, there's embellishments coming. Okay, so you're going to set this right over the stamped image of the flowers. Pop it up like that. Now, for the embellishment side of this, we're going to use those pretty little sequins that came in the kit. They're like a clear pink almost. And I'm going to add these with mini glue dots. And I'll just set the mini glue dot down where I want the sequin to go. Just like so. And then I'll lay him here. Now we'll pop off these little tabs. Just like so. This is our new, I think they call it the Quick Pick tool. Actually works pretty good. And then we'll put this back, pull the back out. This side you can pick up your little sequins with. Try not to get them all over, because these clear plastic, they have a lot of static in them. Okay, so we're just going to set him down right there like that. See how easily it picks up those sequins? Way easier than my little tweezers. Set him there, and we'll get these other guys out of the way, and we'll stamp the inside of the card, and we're going to be done. The inside, I'm going to use both stamp sets, the Happy Birthday to You and the Kit stamp set. This sample card, I didn't have the flowers down here, but we're going to add those since we're going live, and I wanted a little more color here. Just like my other desk, my desk here is just full of stuff, isn't it? Okay, so since it's going on the inside, I'm going to stamp off first so it's not quite so dark. And see, there's one of those sequins. You just get everywhere. Okay, now we're going to use some black ink. This is the Memento Tuxedo Black Memento ink. There we go. And this sentiment just says, have a. We'll just stamp it right there at the top. And then the Happy Birthday. Make sure we have enough ink. Stamp it like so. And we're done. See how quick and easy that is? The hardest part was cutting out the die, and you didn't even see that part. So there you go. What do you think? Isn't that fun? I'm telling you, Paper Pumpkin is the best little crafty kit in the world. Actually, somebody posted somewhere on the demonstrator website that there was a poll that went out on the different companies that have subscription craft kits, and out of the top 20, Paper Pumpkin ranked number 12. So I think that's pretty good. We've come a long way since that first kit 7 years ago. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I'm going to go finish up my blog post for this. There'll be links to go to paperpumpkin.com. There'll be a link to my online store. The best way to get your Paper Pumpkin subscription is to order a 3-month prepaid. You'll qualify for a celebration item. I'll have my host code that I showed you earlier. It'll be listed on my blog post, and you can go online and purchase your Paper Pumpkin kit there. Thank you again for stopping by and spending time with me today. Again, have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will catch you later. Bye.